I'm so honored to present to you an interview that I did with a senior Atma Kriya yoga teacher, a Swami, a healer, and my personal teacher and friend, Swami Paranthapananda from South Africa. Swami Paranthapananda is a Swami in Bhakti Marga, which is the ashram that I belong to, which is in Germany. And he has personally taught me a couple of really difficult spiritual lessons. And I am absolutely honored to have him speak to you through this interview about some incredible insights and spiritual advice. So without any more waiting, let's hear the interview with Swami Paranthapananda. So my first question for you is, what is spirituality and what does it mean to be spiritual?
How I've come to experience it is that spirituality is looking at the world through the eyes of spirit. What I understand spirit to be is the part of me and of everybody that is unconditional. So, spirituality for me is aligning myself with the unconditional. It's aligning myself with unconditional love. So the journey there is the process of life itself. Everything has the potential to awaken us to this unconditionality. The very things that are extremely difficult for us or that we hold on to are the beginning of letting go. The result of letting go is that there's more space for unconditionality. So this, for me, essentially, is what my experience has taught. That when I'm willing to let life be as it is, I can see from the eyes of this love. And I can see the plan of this love. So spirituality is summed up for me in 3 words. Willing to love. Willing to love myself, willing to love others as I am, as they are. If I'm willing to do that, then all situations that I observe change. They don't change physically, but my experience and interchange with them come from a different place. So the world is molded. My world is molded by my eyes and how I see. If I see from the eyes of unconditional love, then everything has its place. And that's how I see it.
Wow. Thank you so much. That's a beautiful explanation. I'm still working towards that, so but one step every day, I guess.
Yes.
My next question is, can you tell us a little bit about time and Well, I guess I originally wanted to ask you to talk a little bit about reincarnation and then talk about time but we don't have that much time
Yeah.
today, unfortunately. So I just want to ask you to jump right into talking about time and using time for our personal progress and not wasting the time.
Okay. So again, I will ask a question and a statement simultaneously. What is wasted time? So, wasted time, as I can understand it, is only an experience that cannot be used, an experience that cannot be used to come to love. And as I see it, every experience can be used to come to love. So, wasted time later can become a tool to accelerate change, to accelerate understanding. So, if, for example, I have the habit of postponing things, of not doing things, the very habit of postponing or procrastinating becomes the reason why I have to change anyway. I don't know that I would have changed the way that I do things or the way that I see things if I didn't procrastinate. But because I procrastinated, something had to give. It's the same if I don't comb my hair every day, but I would like it to look wonderful. I would like it to look neat. I would like it to look how somebody who does comb their hair every day looks. What would I eventually have to do? I would eventually have to take a comb or brush and make it so. So when the shift in my mind happens as to that it's wrong to waste time into if I can do something in this moment, or if I do it later, it will be done anyway. This I experience leads me to do more because it increases my awareness of the value of this moment. So if I've wasted time in the past for one reason or another, the very feeling that I've wasted time can work for me. Do you understand?
Yes.
Because the mind has the habit of convicting you for things that you should or shouldn't have done. So, and as Paramahamsa Yogananda speaks in his book Autobiography of a Yogi, use the mind to kill the mind, to uproot the mind. So, what is basically meant by this is if something is available in abundance for you to use, like a habit or choices that you may find yourself automatically making, use them to your advantage. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, I think I understand. And the example that you gave of, you know, I know it's simple, but the brushing your hair, combing your hair, that's something as a girl I can relate to. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, thank you. The final question for you today is, why is it on the spiritual path, why is it essential to find a master? in order to guide us on our spiritual journey?
It's really simple. Everything that you learn from somebody or something that was made by somebody who knew. Like a computer program makes your life a lot easier in many ways, shapes and forms. A university degree makes it a lot easier and gives you street cred when you go into the advertising field because you studied marketing and advertising at university and you have a degree. You've subjected yourself to going to an institution and learning from somebody. Learning. Hundreds of people are doing this on a daily basis. So in your spiritual life, it is the same. The first is to understand the master always finds the student. It never works the other way around. The second is to understand that there is a rapport between you and the professor. For example, rapport is between you and your spiritual teacher. This rapport determines what is possible for you to receive, what is possible for you to understand. So, depending on the reason you've headed on the spiritual journey, it may just be that you would like to find greater peace. It may just be that you want to love more. It may just be so each person enters the spiritual journey for a different reason. To increase your awareness, for example. And depending on this and your nature, it's described very beautifully. The master is like a lifesaver at a swimming pool. The devotee is somebody who has fallen into the water, cannot swim. So the master gets into the water to help them to get to safety. If the person who is drowning panics and holds on to the master, both can drown. But if the person allows themselves to be helped, then both master and a student can reach the other side. So all that I experience, all that I understand, is a direct transmission, direct connection with my spiritual master. And the entire transformation is based on that he trusts me more than I can imagine. He loves me more than I can imagine. He has already surrendered to each one who surrenders to him in return. So these three qualities are what happened to the individual. You don't enter a spiritual path because you are not intending to find either peace, love, joy, or whatever. And you will not attain this without the aid of somebody who already has said qualities and much more. So just as you are aiming for an A in an exam, you pay more attention to what is being said by the teacher. If you are aiming for a greater understanding of yourself, you watch closer those who already have that understanding. So it's logical that you use what is the nature of yourself to become more of what you really are. So finding a spiritual teacher is the key to getting to the place the teacher is at already. And the true teacher is infinitely patient and will create all that is needed for you to come to greater understanding of yourself. It's not something that can be read in a book. It's not something that can be downloaded from the internet. It is an investment. It is a building of trust. It is the uncovering of love. It is increase in joy, in peace, in all these qualities. So it's not so much about finding the spiritual master. It is everything with uncovering your own mastery. And the master reflects that at you. And the more willing you are to see that reflection, the more you become love without condition, joy, peace, etc., etc. So this is the importance. If these are the things you wish to cultivate, you hang out with somebody who has them. You cannot learn it from somebody who does not have it. That's it.
Thank you, Swami Paranthapananda. That was wow.
So just remember, you see,
Yeah.
the Guru is already that. When you see him, when you look at him, you see so many beautiful things inside of him. But where do those beautiful things exist already? That's the only reason you can see them in him. And his only job is to bring you to the place where you can develop and grow in those and share them by you reflecting them for others. That's the purpose of his being here.
As usual, I ended up in tears after that interview. Not that he makes me cry every time, but he brings up a lot in me, a lot of, love and a lot of revelations that bring me to tears. I can't deny it. So I just want to say a huge big thank you to Swami Paranthapananda. Thank you for being such an amazing teacher to me and to all of us, and to a big thank you to my guru, to our guru, Swami Vishwananda. And yeah, it's all through his blessing that any of this is happening. So thank you, and I hope you enjoyed this. If you want more information on Bhakti Marga, Swami Paranthapananda, or Swami Vishwananda, please put it in the comments below and I'll get back to you. Thanks. Jai Gurudev.